There is a massive problem with YNW Melly inside of the Florida County Jail. It's so bad that Melly's mother started a petition to just have law officials look into it. 50,000 signatures later, and we have still heard nothing. YNW Melly's mom has now had to take it public during an interview to state the following.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This has been an issue for a very long time. Apparently, YNW Melly doesn't even get to look at his own mail that is sent to him or even use a phone.
My son has not been convicted of anything. And even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
This has now led to Melly's mother, Jamie King, running into health concerns due to the stress of everything, as even during the original YNW Melly trial, we saw Melly having to ask his mother if she's okay inside of the courtroom.
Sorry.
We'll just
And now with the second YNW Melly retrial about to begin, Boosie would go on to explain that this is not going to be easier for Melly's mother going forward.
okay. So
Then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, it gets even more concerning on the side of YNW Melly's life, as there is new evidence being revealed within the last week alone that would leave Boosie sharing that when the feds want you, they'll do anything to get you, which could be a result of why they are treating Melly the way that they are inside of jail.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. I just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
As the new evidence that the lead prosecutor found on YNW Melly is a result of sharing too much on social media. The lead prosecutor teamed up with Danny Polo to investigate through YNW Melly's social medias, to which they found a very concerning pattern. YNW Melly started posting frequently on his Instagram and Facebook account, stating that he is also a part of YSL.
Same thing, the use of the slap term, 5-point star, snake. He's saying he's YSL, he's hanging with Doug, and he puts up his YNW for life hashtag on it with the 5-point star as well. Mr. Devins has the big B hand signs displayed.
Okay, and see with individuals again, I'm assuming that's also Young Thug. That's also unknown.
Yes.
Also important to your investigation, correct?
Yes.
Also publicly available for anyone to see and capture.
Now, this would end up revealing that YNW Melly's team, YNW, has street ties connected to Young Thug's team, YSL, who is also a part of a YSL RICO case right now. We would even see Bryson Paul tweet, Detective Danny Polo on what slat means. Slat means sliming up all the time. This came out of the YSL language and the Reds started copying it. YSL, the team, is made up of Reds. In the photo, YNW Melly is with Young Thug, who is currently on trial for RICO. The YSL team is also throwing up the red signs. Prosecutors believe that YSL is connected to YNW. Street members and street teams, they often do share a lot more on social media than what they should. Even just as a couple of weeks ago, a man named J Hood, a close friend of late King Von, shared a secret that Melly told King Von that he was never supposed to share.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Von was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As he revealed that allegedly Sack Chaser and Juvie were going after YNW Melly for financial gain. With what we know so far about King Von and what he has done criminal-wise, many are starting to connect the dots that maybe King Von gave YNW Melly a few pointers on what to do about his issue with Sack Chaser and Juvie. As when you connect this to the new evidence that is being added to the lawsuit against YNW Melly, you start to see a different picture that is painted on what truly happened to Sack Chaser and Juvie. Now, in the coming weeks, YNW Melly will be returning for his retrial, but he's also now facing a new lawsuit against him from the families of Sack Chaser and Juvie. As the report goes and reads, this is the video we requested from prosecutors in the state of Florida versus Jamel Demons. We have the honor of representing the family of Christopher Thomas, aka YNW Juvie. Melly's defense attorneys filed a motion for protective order to prevent me from obtaining the video, as the video was on Melly's cell phone, and it was recorded a month after he allegedly got his two friends. It doesn't show a man in mourning or seeking answers for his lost friends, and instead it mocks them, if not takes credit for it through false expression.
No regrets for the shit I did, that also mean for the nigga. Yeah, 4:30 a.m. Never say when.
As they were also using the evidence from Melly's cell phone against him in the lawsuit, such as the text message where YNW Melly literally admits to doing the crime.
The PZ Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02, the YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
While also sharing two important pieces of evidence shared during the original Melly trial that connects with each other. The evidence from Sergeant Williams, where he would reveal that there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person that committed the crime had to have been sitting in the back left seat.
Assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. At a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that to create the little bit of a that you see there.
Okay, a lot of information in that answer, so let's break it down a little bit. You mentioned so I'm gonna zoom in on site F. Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas is coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
No. Is it possible for there to have been two inside that car?
No,
Why not?
there is no time.
As it connects to what YNW Juvie's mother said while on the stand, where she would go and reveal who was sitting where inside of the vehicle, and more importantly, who was sitting in the back left seat.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leon Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Positive 2/19/15. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
As this lawsuit has added even more stress to Melly and his mother's life. Fans even believe that this is why YNW Melly's mother announced a new special account for her fans to subscribe to, which has made many YNW Melly fans very uncomfortable, as this gives fans the idea that Melly's court case is using up all of his money, and now he needs even more money for the lawsuit from YNW Juvie's family. As No Jumper would report, Melly's mom reveals that she made $40,000 her first day.
Why did you decide to break the internet the other day? You're saying that you're YNW Melly's mom and you're about to hit fans.
Why not? You make money while you sleep, and you know, I turned 40 this year. Why not do something crazy?
Did you start it yet though?
What? My only? Yeah.
How much you made the first day? I just need to know the first day.
The first day was pretty epic. It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
Day one.
With it truly seeming like nothing can go right for YNW Melly, it is only things that are going wrong, YNW Juvie's father would want to even give the prosecutor even more evidence to use against Melly. He would hop onto an emergency interview recently. He would expose how YNW Melly and Bortland were witness tampering, and even what code words that they used to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against him in the original trial, which, if this is found to be true, is extremely illegal.
Both Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortland, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
however, it gets even crazier as YNW Juvie's father would share what happened on the morning of the crime from his perspective. The moment that he got the call from law enforcement and had to drive down to the police station to clarify that if it was his son or not that was there. While he was driving down to the police station, YNW Melly's mother would tell him something pretty weird.
He wasn't, he had switched vehicles. At least that's what they said in the first trial, that he had gotten into, it was suggested through a defense witness, the one and only defense witness, that he had gotten into that other vehicle.
Yeah, they was telling me that I drove down there that morning to go identify Chris. I met Moretti down there that morning, another 26. And on the way down there, when I talked to Jamie, she told me the same thing. Like, don't talk to the media and tell them Melly wasn't there. Instantly, my antennas went up, but I didn't understand. Like, I knew from that day, I knew something was up.
As Juvie's father is dropping insane evidence that we have never heard before, and when it's investigated, it tells a very weird story. He would then, however, end the interview sharing the last moment that he saw his son, and that he was with YNW Melly on FaceTime when he saw him.
Last time I spoke to Chris was like 2 days before the incident. Him and Melly FaceTimed me, and that's the last time I saw him. Last time I spoke to him was like that same week, man. It just hurt me to see that the love that he had for Melly to do that to him. I see if it was one of his enemies or somebody he did something wrong or something, but The way it happened, how it happened, who did it, it just heartbreaking on both sides.
All of this legal wrangling that's leading to a delay in the second trial. How are you?
I'm taking it one day at a time. You know, you got to go through this process once again. Got to relive it once again.